Alright, you can show yours.
You ready? Welcome. Let's talk with Gail Dean. I'm your host, the insane Mr. Dean. My counterpart, Mr. Gale's been able to make it. I think he's still up in the portal, but I got my guys to the left, Mr. Downtown Johnny Brown. Got my other guy, Mr. Queen Golf, to the other left. You know I got my cousin right here, Mr. Untamed Fitness. And I got Deacon Derek Walker down there in the corner, man.
You gotta have religion up here.
Yeah, we gotta have some religion up here. But look, this is a long time making. Y'all heard me talk about it when I come home. I was gonna get this live podcast going with my guys. Some real sports guys who know what they talk about. Don't get on there with no mock draft shit. We talking like that. We're gonna do these fantasy drafts and stuff on the show. And so I'm gonna kick it off with this right here, man. My guy right here to the left of me, Mr. Downtown Jeremy Brown. He made a post a couple of weeks ago, and I really like what he said. The post goes something like, if you played JV
After the 10th
grade, I will not argue with you when it comes to sports. There's a few of y'all out there on my friends list. I don't care if I'm going to piss you off. That replies to y'all. If your ass played JV and we got any debates, I don't hear you say shit no more. Because your asses are terrible. All of this. You know what I'm saying? You're terrible. Tell me what y'all think about that. Come on, no. We're here to talk about it. Let's go. Because you know it's true. Don't get quiet. It's your post. It's your post, bro. It's your post.
But I mean, I'm just saying, man. There's a lot of people that comment on a lot of sports, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you ain't never played the game. It's hard to you comment on stuff that you don't know nothing about. That's like me saying I'm commenting on tame bodybuilding. I don't know nothing about that, man. How I'm gonna give you, you know what I'm saying, some information on something I don't know nothing about. I don't like it, man. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's just, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people, everybody likes sports, but you comment on all this stuff, you don't know nothing about it. It ain't, you know what I'm saying, your word is no good to me.
But the crazy thing is, them be the ones that comment the most, them be the ones that act like they know the most knowledge. I'm like, you never even played the damn game. You sit up in the bench and watch the damn game, but you gonna sit up there and argue with guys like yourself. Y'all two played college basketball, Tam played college baseball. You know, you don't play against some guys that's in the league and stuff, but you got motherfuckers. Excuse me, you got people.
Hey, man.
You got some of them who basically you played at Riverside City League. Bro, you didn't even touch the court, but you would sit there and argue with somebody who actually played the game because you get on Facebook and do this. But when it come time to come actually play, like all of us used to play. And if you ever played the Riverside, when all of us played Riverside, you know it went down. That was the best bet. Man, if you played, I used to eat. Hey, I used to eat black.
Here we go.
We started about 11 o'clock. If you wasn't on that court playing, like actually playing from that 11 to 2 o'clock slot, and you got on there 3 o'clock in the afternoon, high school, you don't count.
We didn't see that.
You don't count. So stay out the comments. I told you the other day when I made that post. If you comment, we eating your ass up now. At least I know I am. I'm eating your ass up. I'm looking for controversy. What you think about it?
But I mean, it's the truth, though. You know, I even caught flack this year when I started coaching basketball, the girls' basketball team, by me being a baseball player. But hey, man, I played ball. I know ball. I was a part of teams. Some of y'all that's out there commenting, y'all never played high school basketball. Hell, I got more career points than you, and I was about the fifth man. Yeah, you know. I was setting picks. I got more points than you. You know what I mean? But it is though, man. If you ain't got the knowledge in it, because and it shows when y'all be making these comments, because y'all be looking dumb with these comments that y'all be making. You know what I mean? So you can't get mad at us for calling you out.
Queen, what you think? Because you done played
I just think it's so the social media driven world. If you think about it, you turn off Facebook, you turn off Instagram, you turn off Snapchat. Some of these dudes who wouldn't even know.
Right.
For sports wise.
Right.
They didn't come to the gym, and if they did, they watched us. They didn't play. We didn't with it. Right. You know, it's just what it is. I just think that's part of it. If I say something on social media, I'm gonna get some attention. Right. If you ain't never been cheered for a boot again, you ain't never played enough. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. If you ain't walked in the gym and somebody ain't cussed you or talked bad about you, you ain't really been nobody. So it's just part of it.
Well, I need your input on it.
Well, I actually just going to say I don't have the resume like y'all guys do. Y'all resume is better than
Your
mine.
resume just like mine.
And right, I mean, but I'm just saying, just being honest. A lot of people don't want to tell the truth. Your resume is better than mine. From one all the way over, so ain't no sense me telling you it's not. But to understand balls, to understand your role too. And I'm glad it was brought up because a lot of y'all that we played against in the last 15 years and said you don't score the ball. But when I got Lethal Weapon 4 or whatever on my team, why should I shoot the ball? I'm taking shots from other people. So those ones that keep talking about basketball, how many shots you take, you need to learn your role first. Your role is to set up other people, flourish in your role. I don't understand. But you trying to talk about Patrick Beverly being garbage or trash just because he don't shoot a lot. Just like Jeremy said, he'll come down and give about 100.
Yeah.
Not about 100. Over anybody.
You know what I'm saying? So,
quick, man.
Yeah.
So don't. But let me just say this: for those ones to say he's trash and think you can beat him, you delusional. That's about it.
They need to, some of them need to go watch some pro-am games. Like, I ain't talking about the pro-am games with LeBron playing. I'm talking about the pro-am games right in Nashville. You got to go see and measure yourself up against some of them dudes. All them dudes overseas, college, all that. Go get in there and watch some of them dudes, and they'll let you know where you really at. Because this is levels to everything. It is definitely levels to basketball.
Right, and it's like half of the ones who be on here talking. If you did play at Riverside, and I hear comments of a lot of guys talking about they played in Murfreesboro.
Who you talking about, D?
I ain't gonna do no name.
You already did.
Can I get some ice?
You got some dudes we just talked about that. Some dudes talking about they ran up and played at Murfreesboro. Y'all know when we played at Murfreesboro, if you didn't play at certain spots, you really didn't hoop in Murfreesboro. Man, if you're going out there just playing against mediocre talent, shut the hell up. Like for real. You ain't good. I'm sorry. Get mad at me. I don't give a damn. I'm 37. I still trying to get right now. Y'all, it is what it is, man.
You got to do
a little bit. I tear his ass. How you black ass up in the finish, man? That's a negative. You want it. Hey, look. One thing I said about it, two things for sure. You my boy. I eat your ass up on that.
That man ain't ever beat me in any sport. Anything. It don't matter what it is. Sidney Williams has never beat me.
It made no difference how the game was going, who was winning. When we played them, it was all about Dean wanting to beat up.
Yeah, that's it.
Man, look, and I told Black, he was back talking to me. Y'all brought out a whole different element in me. It just that's a respect, knowing how good y'all were, had y'all played as a team. So that brings the best out of people. Like, if you can't step up and play against the best, shit, you don't need to be out there. That brought that element out. I knew you had to try to stop Quinn. You had to try to stop Black. You had to try to stop Tang, Skinny, Skelly, Casey. It ain't going. Rolled over there when he did play. That's why he get their CEO. You know what I'm saying? But the combination of y'all team, y'all played together, 15 years? It's hard, and I tell people that brought out the best in me. But I also argue with people. One time, somebody made a post, and you had somebody get on there talking about, "Well, we could have beat y'all." And I actually came in the official. I'm like, it's hard to beat a team that got chemistry like that so many years.
Now,
they don't make mistakes. It's hard to beat a team like that. Go ahead.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's hard.
And he ain't won a game in 12, 13 years. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Look, sometimes you gotta drop your damn ego and give a team props. I gave y'all props.
I'm just saying.
Everybody, when people be saying what they could have done, what's the quote you always say?
I forgot, man.
Some people like to
one of them.
He used to always say when everybody be like they could have done something. He said, "Well, if my auntie was a man, my mom should be my aunt." Yeah. So you can always talk about what could have happened, but I mean, it didn't happen.
It didn't happen, man. And then you got, people don't want to sit down and drop their egos and give a team homage. I'm like, shit, hell, give them 30. If I couldn't beat them in the championship game, hell, I ain't want nobody to beat them. But I give you props. You play together 10 to 15 years. It's hard to beat a team with that type of chemistry. It is hard to beat a team like that. You can go get the best of the best, which I know y'all had. Some guys go do. Hell, I tried it too. And we lost. It is what it is. Rain low. Fuck.
He said, I tried it too, and I lost.
You know what I mean. Let me stop. I done built them up. I done built them up. Man, shout out to Embers Bar and Grill up here in Spring Hill. That's what we shooting live on right now, man. They let us do the show up here, so we gonna show them love. We just got done eating. Sorry for the delay and a little bit of internet problem, but we here. Like I said, live at Embers Bar and Grill. We're gonna go on to the next one, man, and talk about youth sports. And if a lot of y'all follow youth sports, man, it was an incident that happened 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago out there in Dallas, man, a youth football game, and where a coach got his life took in front of his players, his kids, his son right there, seen him get shot dead, in which an ex-NFL player that's got a background, he instigated all this, and now you got a youth coach dead in front of his son and his players. People, when it comes to youth sports, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds, it's about the kids. It's never about the damn coaches, about the parents. Y'all got to drop this shit, and that's who it's about.
You get another one.
That's who it's about, man. It's about the kids. It's not about us parents. It's not about our coaches. But one problem I see, this is my opinion, you got a lot of daggone parents that try to live their athletic careers through their damn kids. Bro, you don't even know if right now, my baby boy, 8-year-old, I don't know if he's going to want to play football when he's 15. I don't know. I don't try to live my career through him. I don't know what he's going to want to do. You know, making the sport be an entrepreneur. I'm going to be 100% behind you. But you got a lot of people that try to live their career through their kids, and you got a lot of coaches that want their actual, well, he good because I coached them up. It ain't about you. It's a kid game. Let them go out and have fun, and don't let them go out there and you put yourself, making it bigger than them because you putting it about yourself. Now you got a coach that got his life took in front of everybody, but it really worked with. Like, this shit pisses me off because it's about the kids. It's not about us as coaches, and it's not about us as parents.
I mean, that's the hardest part to look at the situation about. But I mean, as we've always coached youth sports, we dealt with the youth and things like that, and there's been times where I've coached kids where you can look out there and see they don't even want to be there. They don't want to play. They're not trying to give the effort and things like that, So like, you got to look and you got to talk to your kid and see if they want to be out there. So you can tell this is almost like a case in point of, a parent that wanted it more than the kid, to the point where you felt like that you should take a man's life. It's just you gotta step back. I mean, people tell me all the time, like my daughter has a great swing, and things like that. She didn't want to play softball. I was a good baseball player. I ain't gonna force it. Right. I step back, let her do, support whatever it is she wants to. And as parents, sometimes you gotta do that. But when you think that you're good, and you think that you had a chance, and you didn't get the chance that you needed, so you try to live through your kid, you end up ruining your kids' lives, and then now you look at a situation like this. Because not only this, this is an unfortunate, but shoot, you can go to any league, man. There's parents cussing out the refs, the umps, and stuff like that. It may not escalate to that, but you got to understand that the kids still see it. They still see it. So, that's my take. That's my take on it.
I got a new, since I started coaching, I got a new respect for all coaches. So I want everybody that coach kids under the age of 13 to 7, 13, however you want to say it. My hat go off to you because it ain't the kids that's the kids will listen to you if you tell most kids, if a grown person trying to teach them something, they're going to listen to. The problem is, when their mamas and daddies sitting on the sideline, and they got to listen to you, then they got to listen to them too.
Right.
Or you get out of practice and they go home and everything you just told them, they undermine and bring it back and act like he going to do what they tell him to do and that's going to be best. No. It's my team. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. I understand you want to help your child, but help him in the right way. Right. If I'm doing something wrong, come talk to me. Don't tell the child. Because once you get that in his head, they do. They're not going to listen to nobody. Right. Not for us coaching. And we had incidents like that since we've been coaching. But like I tell you, me and him got the same kind of attitude. It is what it is. Right. We had a parent text me something about you let somebody play before my child that wasn't even on the team, and So I think I'm gonna take my child. We're gonna go play somewhere else. And my response was okay. I didn't even feed into because I know they want to do it back and forth. That's your child. you got to do what's best for your child. But this is my team. I'm going to do what's best for the team.
Right. And we're going to take a quick break to bring him intro, and we're coming back in about 15 seconds. Welcome to Let's Talk with Gales and Dean podcast. I'm your host with the most, the insane, Mr. Dean. Filling in with my guys today, man. I got my guy downtown, Jeremy Brown, Mr. Quinn Golf, Mr. Courtney English, unknown, we know him as Untamed, and Deacon Derek Walker down there. So, before we went to break, man, we were talking about this youth sports thing, how parents and coaches make it more about themselves. And as Quinn and Tane were talking about it, kids see that and they feed off that. But you don't know what a child from 5 to 10 years old is going to want to do when they're in their teenage years. I know a guy, I ain't going to call his name out. I know a guy right here in Spring Hill. He pushed his son so hard in basketball. The kid was good, but I would notice when he would get out there and play with us on the court on Saturday morning, if his daddy wasn't there, he was loose. He played loosely, and he had fun. If his daddy, this kid was so tense. Looking back, every mistake he made, he was on him. He played basketball in freshman, sophomore year and stopped playing basketball, stuck to football. He don't want to see a basketball no more. Last time I seen him, he said, man, I don't want to see a basketball no more. I don't pick up a basketball. I don't pick up basketball. I don't want to do it no more. His daddy turned him against it. Me being a daddy of 2 boys that play sports, I don't ride them. If you want to do it. If you don't, oh well, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? My girls, none of them play sports, and they all talk. So do what you want to. It ain't about me no more. I had my career. I did what I did in sports. For one damn thing, my one son, he damn sure ain't got to killing him like I do. So I can't put it. He's gonna win that. I got you. He had that man out there going crazy. Good. That's what he means. But he's a good athlete, but he ain't got that fire in him. But I can't put that in him. That's something that comes mental. But I ain't gonna sit there and ride him until he get in him to turn him against the sport. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I see that so much, man, in youth sports, man, and you can tell when a kid is loose and having fun out there. You can tell when a kid is loose and having fun out there, and you can also tell when a kid is being pressured to do something they don't want to do. And that's when I say somebody trying to live through the kid. Nope. Keep it rolling. Let's go. What you think of turn? Live, baby. Live. We may need to turn. I got that oil.
Most of the time, if the parents is doing all the pushing and making their kids, they never really did it.
Yeah,
that's what's crazy. Right. People that my daughter, she went on to play college ball, but I wouldn't ride her constantly. You got to find your own way. Yeah. If you need to ask me something, want me to show you something, I'm cool with it. Listen to your coaches. If you want to play, you're going to play. Right. Because I played, so I know I didn't want nobody doing me like that. That's why I know most of them parents that do that, they ain't never played because you don't want nobody doing that, man. You on the court or on the field or whatever you're doing, and it's constantly, you got to look over that thing. You got to look over. My coaches who I'm supposed to be looking at. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I've been seeing since we've been coaching. Is the parents to do the most, they never did anything. Mm-hmm. So they kind of living through the child. So that's where it messes. That's where shit gets messed up.
And you can see the child just be totally uncomfortable. Yeah. Totally uncomfortable. And then the parents wonder the game that they miss. They may be averaging 4 or 6 points when they there, but then the game they miss, they score 20. You know what I mean? And you got to be able to put together a common denominator of what it is, man. Like just let the kid play.
Yeah, let the kid play. The kid twist because if they don't listen, they got to go home with the parents.
Right.
So they gonna hear it all night.
Right. The whole day, whole night.
Yeah. Just constantly. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. You didn't do it. And like he said, that'll put your child away or they don't want to do it.
Exactly.
That's something they ain't got to listen to, man. Let me quit doing this. I ain't got to listen to this now.
And this is something I talked about on the show 2 weeks ago. I think Tane's on there. Feel that look good. All of us coaches, and me, D-Wall, all of us done had this talk before. You got these coaches in these youth sports. I ain't talking about the AAU circuit. I'm talking about just regular, like your little, what we call the Murray County City League, Pop Warner. You got coaches that will go out and try to find the best of the best to load your team up. To me, if you ain't on like a circuit, an AAU circuit, where you going out and playing nationally the best of the best in all 50 states, if you in your local town and you trying to load up all of one talent on one team so you can go out and win by 35, 40 points, to me, that's making your coaching job easy. I was talking about that. It's when you can take an average kid that really don't know the game. Because to me, I don't know how y'all feel, but if I can get a kid on the basketball court or the football field that don't really know the game, they're the ones that listen to you the most that want to learn. When you got a kid that his daddy done told him a lot of stuff, he go to all his training, and when you try to tell him to do something, he think, well, my daddy told me to do this, or my trainer do this. Well, we did it before. I'm coaching you right now. Them the hard one. But when you got to go get a team full of all-stars and some city league, part one and stuff, and you go out there and win about 40, 50, hide that fun coaching. I want the challenge. I want that regular team and coach them up. I started the season out 0-3. But at the last of the year, we win our last 5. They let me see where I was at on coach scale and my coaches on the coach scale. So I just, and Rose helped me look at this a long time ago in City League. I had a basketball team. I take it all damn shots. Don't give a damn. I had a basketball team, and I had a coach that kind of went out and bought some players. I didn't know it at the time. I didn't look at it like at the time. Me, Rose, and Black were talking about it. He like, bro, you got baby LeBron on your team plus some. It's easy for y'all to go out there and coach and win. I didn't look at it like that then. I'm out there, I want to win by 20 or 30 points. Like I sat down and looked at it, I'm like, they right. That shit didn't make my coaching job easy. I'm the head coach. That shit was easy. Because I got a kid out there that's throwing up 360. You supposed to have been doing that in high school. You doing it in City League. I didn't look at it like that back then, but y'all both had a point. I look at it like that now. It ain't about going out buying. First of all, if you're paying the kids to get on your team to play in a local youth league, it's not that damn serious. You out there for yourself. You're not out there for them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, let me get y'all intake on this.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that during that time when that was going on, I did speak to you in Columbia.
Right.
Certainly, everybody made the playoffs. I never was keen on saying I need the number 1 seed, number 2 seed. I just need to see us get better. Right. Defensively. If we're talking about basketball, defensively, we need to get better.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, everybody make playoffs. It ain't like we're going to miss if we don't win the amount of games. So when y'all did have baby LeBron, I was like, bro, y'all really not coaching. I promise you. Anytime y'all sit down talking about what y'all about to do after the game, you're not coaching. So it's like, just let him run the team. So, yeah, you right. I mean, take the challenge. If you're a coach, take the challenge. If you're not a coach, sit back and let your talent win the game.
I mean, there's a couple teams that me and Jeremy had over there, you know, and I mean, I can't remember the kid's name, I mean, but he wasn't really good. But it was one playoff game. You remember when my man hit the clutch 3 to put us up. I forget what his name is, but he hit the clutch. But I mean, it was like one of those kids who couldn't shoot, who wasn't supposed to take the shot. He wasn't even supposed to take that shot. But I mean, we built his confidence up to be able to do it. Yeah. He shot the shot. I mean, it went in, you know, and it was in a big moment, you know. So, like, to me, those are the moments as a coach that I look up to. I look back at as accomplishment. Not the kid that we got who's supposed to do what he's supposed to do. I mean, he's supposed to, you know, average 15, 20 points a game over there, things like that. But I ain't got to really coach him like to the level of these other guys. But when they get to practice, they can't dribble, can't shoot the left hand layup, right, you know, things like that. Like, that's when you got to coach. You know?
That's the easy part. Like City League, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to develop kids, you know what I'm saying, to make the middle school team or make the high school team. Like, the level we at now, me and Queen coach together, we want the best of the best. Because we, you know what I'm saying, we all over the southeast, really. You know what I'm saying? So we want the best of the best. But when we in City League, though, I take, you know what I'm saying, whoever, you know what I'm saying, kids that can't ball and work with them because you got more time. By the time they get to me playing AAU, if they ain't got these skills, then, you know what I'm saying, really gotta leave them behind. They're gonna get lost in the sauce. So we playing against ones, twos in the country. They ain't, man. And these kids, they can go. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get the best of the best for that type of team.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? It's just a different type of different generation.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't want people to take it what I'm saying a whole to the left. If you on some AAU circuit, or for baseball, you know what I'm saying, if you like on a post-19 circuit, or you trying to get to the Little League World Series, something like that, or for football, if you playing in these elite teams where you go to all 50 states and playing the best of the best. When you go to different states playing the best of the best in these sports, soccer and everything, because soccer and baseball big out there in Missouri where I'm in. So of course you get the best of the best, but you're not playing a local city league team, a local little league team, a local pop wonder team. You're going out here and playing the best of the best. So of course you're going to recruit the best of the best. But when you're in your little town, y'all know we grew up here in Murray County, it's not that big. Yeah. You don't have to put all one talent on one team because it's going to be lopsided and it's easy to coach like it.
But I mean, you hinder the kids from growing,
right?
You know, I mean, when the team is loaded, you know, like they're not necessarily having to put in the extra work.
They got to try.
They got to try. They're not going up against anybody that's going to push them, that's going to challenge them in any other game. So I mean, they stay level. And that's why, like the people who literally like over in the city league stuff like that dominate. That's why they always like just evened out.
Right.
They just evened out.
Because you think about it. Growing up, all of us growing up, Pop Warner League, City League teams, when we played, even baseball, them teams were even out. There was so much talent in Murray County, from Queen generation to ours. There was so much talent in they said, they're like, you old, bro. I'm
like, nah, I'm going to get it back later. I'm going to let it go.
You stretch your hands in?
I'm going to go and let it finish. I'm going to get it back later.
Queen ain't too much older. You're old enough, but not too much. But I'm just saying, that was a long list of talent coming through that time. You didn't have to load up one team. Week in and week out, at a Pop Warner Field, Riverside, Murray County Baseball Park, National League Baseball Park, the competition level was going to be high because it was so much competition and so many athletes in the county. You didn't have to load up a team. Your daddy took a lot of players that wasn't good in baseball and made them good in baseball. Your daddy coached basketball. Coach Brown took a lot of kids that wasn't good in basketball and made them good in basketball. That's what makes you a good coach. We respect them coaches. Still to this day, all them coaches get respected. Coach Willie James Morgan, Coach Pete Crawford, you know, DK Ryan. Man, it go on and on. Them guys actually coached it. When you get out there and you got a whole team of just all-stars in a local city league, your coaching job is easy. And that's what I'm saying. I don't go for it. You're not teaching the kids nothing. So by the time you get to high school,
that's all you do.
You get to high school and you're on the class 5 and 6A level, you ain't gonna know what the hell to do because you already played on a load up team. So now you playing this competition better than you gonna look like they're trash. Is that your fault? No, it ain't your fault. It's because whoever was your coach back then, they were buying you to come play on that team.
Well, I was about to say when you were talking about coaching and when you was talking about the AAU circuit, silly, you're not drawing up X and O's. Because now you're just trying to get the fine points of what they need to be learning. In their case, when they going from state to state, they got to draw up X's and O's. They got to tell them where they need to be, where you should have been. You didn't set this screen. And it's not saying you set this screen, you got to roll. It's read and react. You got to read and react. You got to understand what's going on during that time. So in their case, talent, they want talent so they can coach it up.
Yeah.
So they can draw plays up for them. But then with Philly, you drawing up something at the same time, you developing that to be a better player.
Y'all doing more teaching.
Yeah, more teaching.
City League doing more teaching. We kind of fine tune what you call it. I mean, it's just you got to know where you're at as a coach. You got to know what you're dealing with. And, you
can't draw up no plays. Don't go up no hiding.
Exactly. If the players ain't ready, you can't make them. You know what I'm saying? You got to walk them to it. You can't push them to it.
I'm talking about a coach.
Yeah,
you can't draw up a play. Don't go try to coach talent here. If you don't know what a down screen is, if you don't know
that's where they get YouTube and all that.
You what? You can say down screen and be thinking he gonna go off something else like play screen. They ain't no damn what? What are you doing? You two gonna have you messed up out there.
Yeah, you're right.
Have a kid shooting a 3 out of bounds.
Right.
I mean, but you got to know what it is that you get on YouTube to go look at.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like
But some coaches,
just
man, I'm
don't.
telling you, that's what he learned.
But then that's why y'all catch the backlash on that being at an elite level, playing on AAU. You know, that's some things that I looked at with some of the younger, you know, like some of the younger girls and things like that I work with and stuff like that, not knowing the fundamentals, not knowing the basics and things like that.
Yeah.
Once you get to high school, like that shouldn't even that's not even that's a given.
Yeah, but you got to think that not when you get to high school. It's when you in the 7th, 8th grade. Right. Well, now 6th because they start so early. The basic stuff. Nobody has time to teach you that over the summer or in high school. Right. If you ain't got it, you 3 steps behind already. So you got to go somewhere else and get that because I can't. Okay, I got to teach you how to do this layup. I got to teach you how to do that. I can't do that at the level we are. We're trying to get you, okay, this play, do this play, do this set. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get the most out of your skill, but if you ain't got the basic skill, we can't get none out of you.
But you know what type of player that is sometimes? More than likely. Your little guard that can't really do nothing but play defense. So you stick him out there and you want to stick him on the best player for about 5-10 minutes. Just get the hell out of him.
No,
I ain't talking about how to do that. I ain't talking about how to do that. I'm talking about
But then you got to look at it like, so if it's him and a dude that can do everything, he might not be fine-tuned positive, but he can shoot, dribble, have a ball. Who you gonna pick first? This dude gonna get left out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the AAU, that's what the issue is.
Yeah. You can't do that.
Everybody think they just because you on the AU team don't mean you play. That's the truth. I'm telling you, I was telling some of the little boys when I was in the AU, which was a long time ago, we had to make the team. I knew it. You had to make the AU team. What no, my mama give $500, or my mama give $700, my daddy give $800, and you know what I'm saying? Nah, somebody had to come say, man, I want you to come play with us. Right. We didn't have to pay. We just had to play. Right. Nowadays, it's a money thing. So if your parents can afford it, you can go play anywhere.
It's totally different now. Hey, totally different from when I played anyway. You had to qualify to get to the state. You had to qualify to get to the national.
You gotta have the money now.
Yeah, all it now is just now it's all the money scheme.
Yeah,
I mean it's simple. I mean like a national tournament is in Nashville, Chattanooga, Knoxville.
They got $1 million
all on the same weekend.
They got $1 million national tournament
with the baseball on the baseball travel circuit. I mean, you know, like the kids talking about, I won the World Series. And man, they was in my place. You know what I mean? No one ain't I'm trying to keep it on track.
Let's talk with Gary podcast, man. I'm just your host and this thing coming in. For Mr. Gales is my trio of guys that know what they talk about. We live from Embers Bar and Grill up here in Spring Hill, Tennessee, man. Come get some of the food, some of the best food in Spring Hill to me. We already had the wings and stuff. Had it set up that we was gonna eat our own thing, but little internet issue we ain't gonna do it. We're gonna transition over to the NBA. I heard y'all talking about before we started the show. Prime Melo, a better scorer than Prime Durant. Let's get this debate going. And let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna look into the camera right here. If you didn't play ball and you played JV past 10th grade,
What's wrong with
okay? If you played JV past 10th grade, you played JV or you didn't play no damn ball in high school. Period. Don't get in the damn comment bar. I'm not your ass.
No, bump that. I will hit it.
You get it right now. All right, look, I'm trying to say.
I got the comments on right now.
I'm trying to say, if your ass didn't play no organized basketball, don't get in them damn comments. Go eat your ass up.
Man, get in the comments.
Tell them what that means. Now, organized basketball don't mean regular league, right?
Organized basketball don't mean going to City League having 35 points a game.
Get in the comments. Like, that's what Dean talking about.
So they saying Prime Melo, better score than Prime Durant.
That's a tough debate, though. That's a tough debate because a young Melo at Syracuse and his first couple years in the league, the ball was a bucket. That's a tough debate. I mean, I'm gonna ride with Melo. I think Melo can do more. You know what I'm saying? On the offensive wise, Melo, his post-up game was dangerous. His pull-up game was, man, stupid. and he had a, you know what I'm saying, he had a little 3 ball. His game was more polished, you know what I'm saying, when he was younger than KD's was. I'm right with Melo.
Well, hold on.
Black guy Melo, who you got?
We talking about prime Durant too. We're not talking about
We
Durant.
talking about Durant right now.
Yeah.
We talking about prime
Durant.
Prime Durant. Like,
in each other prime. I don't see it.
I gotta go.
Who you at? You at KD?
I gotta go. The man, 7-1.
that's all you got to say. Do everything Steph Curry do.
That's it.
That's all you got to say, man.
Now, don't get me wrong. Now, Melo was a dog. Like he was a bucket getter.
Yeah.
But man, just that length alone, and then that. But then I also too, I guess why I lean more towards Kevin Durant because he did it in the big moments too. Yeah. Melo never really made it to that big moment to solidify his ability to be over KD in those situations. But again, they take nothing away from him in prime. Man.
Who you got, Queen?
He went to one Western Conference.
Yeah, man.
I like both of them, man. I mean, you got to look at both of them. And more Melo, 6'9", 6'8", 6'9". You got to look at dudes that size and do what they can do. I'm saying it's hard now. I would have to take Durant for the simple fact the man's 7 foot, 7 foot, or 2 wings or whatever wingspan he got. And the way he shoot, I mean, Melo had a jumper. I ain't gonna take that away from Melo, but not KD. KD got one. I mean, if you don't block it, it's gonna go.
Who you got? Who you got, bro?
Well, with KD or Melo, I'm gonna say this: Melo, you can put Melo on the box, they get you a buck. KD, he kind of light, so he ain't gonna really battle down there. But if I had to go with something, it had to be KD. Because at the end of the day, even whatever he did, as far as decision-wise, going to Golden State, whatever he did, blah, whatever. He was on the big stage, he did show up. Regardless of what he had, anything around him, he showed up. When they needed him the most, he showed up.
Yeah.
Regardless of who was guarding, they're going to give him the ball, go get us a bucket so we can win this game.
Yeah.
Melo, he chose to do something louder. He wanted to go to New York. He wanted to kind of carry that franchise. I kind of respect that because the franchise wasn't talking about nothing. But as far as scoring,
Who is this? Who is this?
you know, Durant got it. Yeah,
Who is this?
I see it.
Who is it?
Look at that last time.
Where's the crap in there? So we got the crap in there talking about KD's sneaky good defender.
Whoa, wait. Who is that? Of defense? What did he defend?
KD was a sneaky good defender.
Yeah.
No,
You got to think back when he played with Golden State now. Now, I ain't going to say before that, but them runs he played with Golden State, he played a little defense. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the he played Golden State. Okay. That's the only time I've ever played defense. If you go back and think team.
Are we talking about guarding
But Melo ain't never played defense.
Nah, he ain't.
But I agree with Tane said something. I would love to see Melo in a finals. Game 7.
Oh yeah.
That's what I would love to see Melo in the finals or something like that. Well, he gotta come through. He gotta get buckets when he gotta get not regular season buckets.
Because he got I feel like he got it.
Yeah.
He just never was given
Yeah,
opportunity.
and I think that's what's gonna hurt. That's what hurt him as far as his ranking and but he all
Yeah.
My guy Mike Grimberg said he got good help deep. That's about it.
KD.
He's right.
That's what he did.
Yeah, he's got nobody.
Help D is what carried you. You gotta think. Ain't nobody stopping nobody one-on-one in basketball.
He didn't stop. He slowed somebody down though.
Yeah, slow him down. He fought on him. You can slow somebody down, but ain't no just squaring up somebody in the league or in college. Nowhere. If you know ball, you gotta get help. I don't care. Hell, even we played Dean help. We help. That's what we did because we trained to do that at a young age. You can't just stop doing it.
Right. I'm gonna play devil's advocate then. I think we can stop Tatum in these finals.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. That's all about that. I have never seen, but you know the secret though. They train with each other.
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand about this generation. They're not finna train with me, man.
You know my move.
How many players Jordan trained?
No.
Nobody trained with Jordan. They're not finna go.
That's my Kobe. Like, I'm not finna go on vacation with
I was watching how Wiggins was shutting, and I was like, what the fuck? Tatum is a 6'10", 6'11", and Wiggins is eating him up.
He was always one step ahead.
But then they said that they train together in the off season, meaning they be in the gym going at it. So I don't know everything you do.
Right. Before we keep on this subject, I got what the crap in the comments once again. Before we go to this, they how these generation is. Between KD and Melo, I'm saying KD would try more than Melo.
What do you mean in defense?
That's one we don't know what you mean.
He got to mean defense.
Yeah, you mean defense.
Yeah, he got to mean defense.
But back to this generation. So I'm glad you brought it up, Queen. You would have never caught Jordan going to train with Magic.
No.
You never caught Bird going to train with Jordan and Magic. John Stockton caught. They never did it. And this is part of this debate I try to have argument with. I don't even talk about Bron until the season, so I'm gonna bring it up a little bit. Bron actually, and I ain't down in Bron, but this is the difference between Bron and Jordan. Bron goes and trains with a lot of these guys he played with too now.
That's just generation.
It's a different generation. You're not gonna catch that back then. You wasn't gonna catch screens on the court back then. You guys did not like each other.
Yeah, just still don't. Yeah, they
can't stand you.
They still hate you.
I guess on the still today. You cannot stand it.
But people look at that like a bad thing. To me, that's a good thing.
Top slammer.
I can't remember being short. But if you look at sports, man, I was talking to one of my buddies. Every real friend I got, I met him through basketball. Right. I might not have liked him. Eric Johnson, Lewisburg, hated him. Anybody I played against in high school, even the dudes I played with, I didn't like.
I got a question out of Quinn. Casey just said they just put John Stockton in the same school as Magic. Take his mic. To what Quinn playing, man? I made a lot of friends through playing basketball, and it ain't nice basketball. Like you really got there, and you don't like each other in the moment.
I have never played ball my whole life and liked somebody out on the court.
On the court. I'm sitting next to one.
I don't like it.
I can't stand his ass on the court. Quick. First time I
played big player, Big Franklin. I come out of the field, I seen all them. I didn't like that. I'm trying to kill him. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to
off the court, I talk to Black every week. I promise y'all, I talk to him every week for like an hour or two. You get us on that damn court together, I cannot stand this little motherfucker. I don't care.
That posting dudes like, I post your highlights. Yeah, you think I was done that shit? No. I was sitting there thinking like, somebody believe I've been posting wrong baby.
But that's just like
that's just generation, man.
It is a different generation, man. And I see it like I talk to my nephew and my son about it all the time. I'm like, man, when y'all playing against y'all friends and stuff, y'all do not even go at them and try to kill. Even them two being cousins. They don't even try to kill each other. You get me and Tame on the court right now. We're trying to take each other. They don't even do that no more. I said, quit trying to get each other friends, man. It's basketball. It's sports.
But even when we played as younger, like when we was in middle school, high school, when we played in the backyard.
The dog fight.
And we all in each other.
Yeah. Always pushing and shoving it right. It's swinging on each other. That's just that's competition. And I like this dude. I hated it. This one was my ride when I was in hated lift. I didn't like nobody on the team. Now, 2 or 3 of them players, we go fish and shit together. Because we under competition grew our relationship. You know what I'm saying? Friendship out. But during school, when I wasn't going on looking campus, I wasn't talking to them. I don't like them. None of that.
Do it, man.
Even watching some high school games last year when somebody would do somebody and pull up on them and things like that and hit the defender giving them a high five. No.
We're going to beat you up in the locker room.
I see this shit now.
Different.
you have a person be like, yeah, you did bust my ass. There ain't no way in hell.
No, I'm not gonna say
even if you bust my ass, I ain't gonna let you know that you bust my ass. You ain't never bust my ass. We let me bust my ass every time.
We go to AU. I think we might have been in Louisville, AAU somewhere. We was playing tough game, good team. Our team battling, knock the player down. One of our little boys go help the player. He go bananas on the sideline. Man, you don't help him up. Leave his hands down.
Yeah, you don't do that. You don't do that.
So you got Mike Granberry. I got two comments I'm gonna say. You got Mike Granberry said nobody wanted to see men roll half court traps. Clamp City.
Now I give it the roll.
I don't know about Mike Granberry.
You have your shoes tied. I know you were tied.
Look, offensively, Mike one of the most gifted. Yeah, he was tough offensively. Mike didn't want to play no D. That roll? Hey, roll him. I'm you up 100 feet.
Now I will say, I'm gonna give Shane his credit. And Black. We had like a instinct knowing when I know when he's gonna take him to a place and spin it, I'm coming. He ain't gotta say nothing, and I know when Jerry stick them long arms out there, I know I can just play the passing lane because they got to throw it around his own. Right. Well, Michael Granberry, it's like he's playing you to do something silly for me to trap him at the corner. So I know that's what he's talking about.
Oh, okay.
But as far as he playing individual defense, I don't know.
Mike said, Mike had clap.
She was untied. No.
Y'all ain't talking about nothing.
I ain't gonna lie. No.
I gotta get on Mike.
Mike was nice though.
I gotta get on Mike.
Mike was nice.
He was nice, but when we played at Cox, I remember we were playing against Freedom.
Hey man, I didn't like Mike that.
Mike didn't cross half court. But to the point, I got to rebound one time. And I was like, man, hell no. Then he throw it through.
Mike had 34 dollars. That's the
only defense I remember.
Mike the best hooper I ain't never like. He was good hoop anyway. If he had a tie his shoes up,
That's the only way I could justify just going hard at somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Right, you don't like them.
Man, in practice, when we used to practice, man, we used Rico, Sean, right, all of them was younger than us, so coach would let them just beat them up, or let them foul us with them. That's just how you had to learn how to play. Man, you couldn't go tell your mama, such coach said I get hit. My mama wasn't trying to hear that, man.
My auntie on the talking shit, y'all. She said we supposed to get change the plan, y'all. It's all Dean out there.
I was already over there. He told me to come up here.
Competition, what it is.
It is, man.
So
I'm competition.
That's how you elevate, though, man.
You got what the prep said. Why has competition gotten so friendly?
Because my grandmother answered. That's social media.
Social media.
That social media, everybody want to like each other, and they making so much money. For like the pro players, they can be friendly. Right. $40 million a year. I ain't got no reason to be mad at you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We both making that type of money, but when them boys in high school and middle school and trying to make a name for themselves, I'm not going to be your friend.
Hey, look, man, my auntie's talking about, I'm going to scoop your ass out. She talking shit on the table. Let me change the plan.
Get him in there.
They said
that
was the backup.
See, it wasn't never no backup. He told me to meet
that.
Shout out to Embers Bar and Grill up in Swain Hill. They gave us a platform to get up and do this, man. So, yeah, I'll talk to you later about when we come up there. Let me go transition over to the little NFL football. And since I got two Dallas Cowboy fans up here on the stage with me,
wait, man, what are you?
Tennessee Titans fan.
You sure?
Okay.
Huh?
Football on the Titans.
Okay.
You sure? In NBA, I got the Warriors. We on NBA.
We don't start that shit.
Okay, we're going to go and switch to the NFL. That Warriors shit, I don't know about that.
He ain't no Warriors.
I am a damn Warriors fan. I ain't no Houston Warriors. So we on the NFL, and I heard y'all talking about the Cowboys. Why y'all don't believe in your hype?
It ain't that we don't believe in the hype. This year we ain't got no hype.
But I'm telling you, if we don't have hype, we don't play our best ball.
Right.
It's when we got hype, we just combust.
I mean, like last year we was honestly supposed to win the Super Bowl. You know,
That's
with
what
the hype,
everybody was saying.
everybody was saying with the hype, and it didn't pan out like that. So now I'm more excited for this year than anything.
It's scary coming in.
You know what I mean?
We gonna get on the
So with the Cowboys, I've been a Cowboy for hell. I was a Cowboy fan back in the day, 2000 and all that. So the road, this is what it is with them, man. It's a roller coaster. And I see, and I know Titan fans around there, and I got Titan tickets, whatever. And I understand cheering for your team and all that, but I mean, Titans they ain't won nothing.
Man, look,
They ain't won nothing when they was Oilers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm a Titan fan. I'm gonna be realistic about it. I don't believe in Ryan Tannehill, so I don't think we're gonna go that far.
What do you think they're gonna do with Willis? What do you think they're gonna do with it? I think they treat him like Vince Young.
I wouldn't mind seeing him getting unleashed by week 6. If they're gonna have it,
I think they're gonna do it. If the Titans struggling, and they ain't really,
you gotta put them in there.
You gotta get them ready next year.
I just don't see Tannehill with all that talent he got. Well, no, because you give up AJ to get this dude that can't even stay on the field 25 minutes.
He hurt, ain't he?
Yeah. You give up AJ to get this dude that can't even stay on the field 25 minutes. I had people arguing about it. Like, well, AJ would help. Well, shit, he played more than this dude. Then you had Julio, who gave you 6 games and one practice in 6 months.
Julio's gonna have 1,000 yards this year.
Oh yeah,
Julio gonna play 6 games. He gonna play the first game, be out for 4 games, play the fifth. Hey, that's what he's doing.
He did it too. Julio played in 6 games. I think he practiced 2 times in 6 months. Like
Julio been in the league 12, 13 years. One told me playing NFL football and getting hit like being in a car wreck.
Yeah.
That's what they told me, man.
You got 200. Anywhere to 250. Anywhere from 250 to 350.
Matt Ryan was doing them just throwing it up. Hey man, go do what you do.
In the trenches. That's the line, D-line, O-line, linebackers, running back. That's anywhere from 250 to 350 slamming into each other's bodies.
Mike Granberry won't Malik to sit back. He said Tannehill don't get him to the playoffs.
I don't believe him.
I don't know what playoffs he talking about.
On Madden,
that's about it.
I don't know what playoffs he talking about.
I don't believe him. Mike Tannehill, man, look. Last year in that playoff game with Tannehill,
better get y'all to the playoffs.
Right, yeah. But I ain't gonna lie to him. When Tannehill threw that first pick in that game last year, I instantly told myself, I said it's over. That was the first play of the game. He threw a pick. I said it's over.
But that's offensive coordinator though. Yeah. Because I ain't even talking about Derrick Henry. I'm talking about that. What was number 7 y'all had? That was running the ball when Derrick Henry was hurt.
Free.
Yeah. It was tough. Why not?
Just keep giving him the ball. They tried to run Henry back.
They trying to let Tannehill be stopped.
Yeah, that's what they
do. Anybody throw a interception on the first damn pass? I was like, they can lose it.
They didn't pay that money too much.
Yeah.
So when he get 39 this year?
Yeah. Close around 40.
He left and got a contract. He with the Panthers.
But I'm saying, why wouldn't you bring him back?
Right.
Why wouldn't you bring him back? That's the matchup.
Yeah.
He had the best, but McCaffrey's good, but McCaffrey get hurt too.
I would have loved to have his name.
That's why I don't draft him fast.
I got him last year, man. I just logged out.
I give us. I guess I'm being. I give us 17 games.
Yeah.
I give us 10-7.
That ain't bad.
But I don't think we'll get that.
You gotta look at the division though. That's
the only team in that division.
And it's still Tannehill.
They beat them twice. They good. They can make
ain't gonna make no noise. Jacksonville, that's 4.
Indianapolis is better.
Yeah. I think y'all gonna split with them.
Yeah, they better.
Y'all gonna split with them.
Yeah. Good quarterback. He ain't great. Matt Ryan is better than what they had.
Hey,
and they got a hell of a defense.
Now you talking about a quarterback we were welcome to give away.
You better than Carson Wentz?
Well,
no, his career better than Carson Wentz. They battle on the same level.
So Granberry said y'all sleeping on tight defense, which you're right. They good.
Yeah,
they got a defense.
I'm not saying we won't get past first round because I don't believe in Tannehill. If the game come down to Tannehill got to win it, he can't win us a game.
But you got to think. But you got to think about the tight end.
They got to show me games.
The way the organization is, you got to think about the organization over the years. You got to name one free agent they done brought in. One big time free agent they brought in to help them get over the hump.
They have to do it.
They not gonna do
They
it.
gonna do it.
They ain't gonna do it. So in my mind, all they gonna do is get the playoffs.
Right.
If they get the playoffs,
And I mean, they got a great defense. They had a great defense last year with a good offense. Now the offense ain't as strong this year.
Yeah, because you losing that number one wide receiver.
That's tough.
I don't care who you got at quarterback.
Yeah.
You gonna suffer.
Yeah.
Because now they gonna put 8, 9 in the box.
Right.
Every time.
It's like a thought. That's what you gonna do. Jump.
Yeah, I don't even know football, but I know it. I ain't because I ain't played, but I know enough to know if you ain't got a number one wide receiver, I got a double. Your running back ain't gonna do it.
So, and I heard y'all talking earlier about the ranking of the top 100 in the NFL. Some disagree, some agree how they do it. Explain it.
I don't think you can really rank the top 100 because it's too many positions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I really think if you do that, you got to rank by position. You know what I mean? Because like I think I seen where they had Russell Wilson like number 61, and then the offensive lineman I ain't never heard of. You see what I'm saying? Like, like to me, that's just in my opinion. You know what I mean?
The system gonna have to go by. If you're gonna rate 100, then you just gotta rank them by who's great. The offensive line ain't no way in the way you tell me who's better than Russell Wilson. ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Man, once again, look, man, this was Let's Talk with Gales Dean podcast, man. Coming live from Embers. Shout out to 65 South Production for doing this production up here. Take the time out today to come shoot us, man. You know, we up here just having a little round top table with my guys filling in. I appreciate y'all doing this for us. Got a couple more debates. We also had a debate earlier about. I said, we ain't gonna put roll food on. That shit cold.
No, ain't no Steve.
Roll holding it through the 1 o'clock. Ain't touching it. We had a little small debate that we said we were gonna wait for the show. I said, I think Najee Harris, the running back for Pittsburgh, said, I think Najee Harris could be what Derrick Henry is now, later on. Couple more years down the road. Me and Tame agreed on it. Me, Quinn, and Black didn't really get in on it yet. Two agreed. They weren't here yet. Ron kind of disagreed with it. So let's debate it a little bit.
Okay, I did say I was going to say, my thought I was saying, a great running back can be great. Sometimes with our line and sometimes with. We have seen great running backs with a great line and we've seen great running backs without a line. Regardless of what the line looks like, if you're great, you're going to show some type of great flag. I just ain't saw it. Even though they're terrible offensively.
But you talking about Saul and Najee Harris?
Okay. You know, Derrick Henry. But this is what I'm saying. Now, Derrick Henry walked in and just started pummeling people. Now, you talking about you putting them on the same level, then let's talk the same level. Now, you saying that.
I said down the road, but
you know, running back shelf life ain't that long.
But you hadn't seen a flash of it from Najee Harris? Another flash?
Not one flag.
You gotta think.
He had a couple 2 touchdown games last year.
Derrick Henry.
When y'all like ain't right.
He had a good season.
Without a good line.
2-year player. No,
they damn that similar inside the speed.
What, bro?
It's easy, man. Come on.
The Pro Bowl. Name the AFC running backs in the AFC.
I don't know. I know Najee.
What I'm saying, it ain't that hard to make Pro Bowl when you one of the top 2 running backs in the AFC. It's gonna be Derrick Henry.
There you go.
And now
when you wanted the top 2 running backs in the league.
Yourself, bro.
No, in that conference, AFC.
You contradicted yourself.
But y'all talking about the level of Derrick Henry. That's almost like saying.
You just said if you make the Pro Bowl, that means you're in the top 2.
Okay, that's by default he made the Pro Bowl because the other running backs ain't better than him. I know. I'm trying to keep doing it.
No, you good.
What I'm saying, okay, that's the same thing when the NBA. When you had George, you already know Reggie was gonna make the Eastern Conference 2 guard because wasn't nobody else better than Reggie. He ain't had nobody competing him out. That's the same thing in football. You got Derrick Henry, and then you got Najee Harris. Well, now let me take that back. Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, and Najee Harris. There's only 3 slots. There's no other running back better than Najee Harris. Who's gonna compete with him for that 3rd spot?
It could be Christian, but he stayed banged up.
But Christian stayed banged up.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Actually, yeah. Well,
No.
yeah.
No, he's not every. He's not every damn man.
There's him not either. Najee is. Najee's a better catcher at the backfield. You can leave him on the field all 3
Derrick
times.
Henry, you got you right there, bro.
Derrick Henry was
And I like Derrick Henry.
rush after 8 weeks, and he
Yeah,
played
but
6.
you gotta
That's why
understand
I'm
the
not.
system, though.
What is it?
It's
I give you
about the
that.
system. If I got Derrick Henry, he ain't the damn ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the ball.
Yeah.
Whether he pick up 1 yard, half yard, it's gonna hurt tackling him when it's 13 degrees.
Yeah,
It's
hurt.
for night game. It's gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying?
But that one rush he go for -1 on 2nd and 10. He does a few plays.
Because he can't be out there on
He can't be on
third.
3rd and 10.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say Najee is ever gonna be better than Derrick Henry as a runner.
Right.
But as a complete
Running back.
Yeah,
I'm thinking he can be better. He not
because he has the opportunity to get more touches.
Yeah, and he
We're gonna hand off
catch
those
it.
man.
Yeah.
But man,
I wouldn't want to tackle man one of them.
Neither one of them.
Like Deion
Yeah,
said,
man.
Deion said, business decision.
Yeah,
The best decision to stay on the field.
and that's get out of the way.
Get out the way.
Because I fail, man.
Mike said Eckler over Harris, but Mike played fantasy football.
yeah, that's all. That's all. Mike.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mike only sees
yeah.
Oh, by the way, Michael, while you sitting up commenting, I'm coming for you. But get your little man hat on. You've been talking crazy the last couple of
That
years.
fantasy, that fantasy make you interested. That fantasy get you interested in football. I'm talking about on the draft. I'll be having draft board and everything sitting in front of me.
Yeah,
Like I'm really executive.
I even bought the subscription to ESPN Plus.
Oh, yeah.
On the app.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, it'll get you in there, man.
Well, to wrap the show up, man, I got one last little. I don't know if it's debate or whatever. This is a question to all of y'all. Who is y'all top player in the NBA right now today? This is what we're going to end the show on. One player of your choice. Who is the top player in the NBA today? That's what we're going to end the show on.
One player.
The one player that you think is the best player in the league right now.
Giannis.
Give me Giannis.
They going with Giannis. I'm just going just because they was with Giannis. Hell, I'm taking the MVP. Give me Jokic.
Excuse me, man. You know damn well.
Hey, that dude chill for Detroit Lions,
Hey,
man.
man.
You want me to go to Dallas watch Detroit? Man.
You know where I'm going. I'm a the whole time.
You got two Giannis.
Who you got, D? Who you got?
I'm going last. I want
You go. Okay,
You
so
gonna laugh.
I'm gonna go guard. I'm gonna go Steph. That's what I'm.
I really want to say Luka, really.
I ain't gonna lie. Look, I'm clean. I was going Steph.
I know you was going Steph.
I thought you were
warrior.
I thought you gonna say Austin Rivers.
No,
But the crazy part about it, ain't nobody said nothing wrong. Because
you can't.
man, I never thought Giannis gonna be good as he is, man. When I first seen him,
And he don't do nothing to get better.
He get better, man. He's knocking that 3 down.
Yeah.
You can't stop it.
The videos they've been showing of
You
him
can't
wasn't
stop
that
it,
man.
man.
If he
You can't
knocked that
stop
down,
it.
it's
You
a wrap.
cannot stop him, man. He's knocking that 3 down, man. And then you gotta look at Jokic. I mean, even though we don't get to see Jokic a lot because he out there.
Yeah.
But when you watch him play against other good centers, Embiid, he's dominating, man.
He's going
This dude 273
Yeah.
and can do everything.
He do everything. He do everything.
This is everything. But the reason I say Steph is because he's a game shifter. Like, he don't just play it, he shifts.
Right.
That coach, the only thing them coaches, the opposing coaches say is, stop Steph.
Yeah.
Play all them on the court, man, stop Steph. Stop Steph.
And clearly the boss himself.
And he ain't got to have a ball to beat you.
No, he running
You just
around.
got to be on the court. Just run it.
Yeah.
Because you don't focus on him so much, somebody else going to That's why Wiggins,
Yeah.
he can't get in a better situation.
No.
That was the best situation.
Best situation.
situation.
Yeah, that's for anybody.
Yeah.
If you can cut to the bucket and dunk,
Yeah. You do.
because you set a screen, your man gonna hit. If you slip a screen on Steph, you
Look at Otto Porter. He come to the Warriors, get ring, and he. I mean, but it was perfect for Otto.
situation,
It was perfect for Otto.
That nigga look bad.
What's the dude they just signed? He played it. I think he played Denver last year. The Warriors just signed.
Michael Green.
This is a perfect situation for him, man.
Big as shoot, play deep.
Play deep. And that's exactly what he was saying in the interview. He said, man, it's a perfect situation for me. I want to shoot threes, play defense, get rebounds.
Yeah.
You at home there.
That's him. Well, they're gonna be dangerous.
Fellas, as much as I would love to continue this, man, they got us on a little time frame. I appreciate y'all for coming out with this debate. We're going to do it again when I come back. It's going to be better next time. My auntie said we got to do it at her damn house.
You better. Y'all really gonna slap upside the head.
I guess that's where it's going to go, man. Shout out to Embers, man, for letting us do this up here at Embers Bar Grill. Shout out 65 South Production for the production on this. Shout out to all 4 of you, my guys. I love so much for coming and joining in on this with me. Watch the show. We'll go back next week, going back to Monday nights, 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Hit the link. Feel free to join in, debate with me. If your ass didn't play, if you played JV. You played freshman in JV. On the 92 grade, you never did touch that ball. Don't say shit. We can say something. We just gonna tell your ass something.
Never played in the jersey. Never had the team name.
Never had a teammate. If you play in the green jersey,
The
fishnet don't say shit. So eat your ass up. I'll give you the third one. I've been nice on the show for the last 4 months. It's coming that time. I ain't taking it easy on that ass no more.
Man.
Yeah, you man. That shit was my third, man.
After 6th grade, I made
Somebody in your inbox right now, man.
That's all right. Let them be. I'm calling ass guy.
He ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do a screenshot and bring back to the next shot.
Oh yeah. I appreciate everybody who watched. We got in the comments. Who came along and participated with us. Appreciate that. Peace and love. I'll let y'all next Monday night, 9 o'clock p.m.